So I just want to say thanks again for showing up and give yourselves a round of applause. We made it through day one. So I would like to tell you guys that you can actually go into the app and rate the sessions that you've been in. And it really helps us. Like I said, we're always listening to you, and everything that you do helps us design the next iteration of something. So please go in the app, rate the sessions, rate the workshops, rate the talks this morning. Any chance you get a chance to share your voice, it means so much to us. In addition, we're going to be, I was told to announce that out in the table when we go into Camp Small Steps, Helen, our new research director, which is the position I used to have when I was working here before I became the president and CEO, is enrolling patients in the Learn from Every Patient database. So this will be your LGS loved ones, sharing your data, it's caregiver entered surveys, but you get entered into a drawing for a SAMI camera, which is a seizure camera. So if you guys are interested, she'll be in there, she's waiting for you, and she's glaring at me from the back saying, did I do it right? Okay, all right, excellent. Excellent. All right, so just a few announcements about Camp Small Steps tonight. There's a couple of things you need to know. So the doors open specifically at 5:30. Well, what is Camp Small Steps to begin with? So a lot of our kids never get to go to camp. And I was a volunteer at an epilepsy group for about 10 years, and every year they would offer scholarships to go to camp. And Savannah could never go to epilepsy camp because she had too much epilepsy. And and I understand on the one hand where they're coming from, right? Season every day, challenging behaviors, going into status epilepticus at least once a week. I get it. That's a lot for a camp nurse or a camp one-on-one to handle. But on the other hand, you cannot tell someone with epilepsy that they can't go to epilepsy camp. That's like, what is wrong with you? And so. I think a lot of our kids experience this, they're not going to cheerleading camp, they're not going to dance camp, they're not going to soccer camp. And so our partners at UCB heard us. They've been hearing us complain about this for probably a good 2 decades. So they have created a camp experience for our loved ones. So you guys will come in there where there will be adapted activities, arts, crafts, music, movement, sand and water play, and it's designed so that every kid could go to camp, including music, camp food, campfires, and all of the above. So we hope you'll come. It is for the whole family, siblings included. We hope you guys will be there. So the doors open at 5:30. It's in the Caribbean Ballroom 1. It runs till about 9:30 tonight. And as you are going in, you are going to be asked to register, and you also have to sign a form that says if you consent to be photographed and to come in. So just be patient as you guys are going in. Let the people who have kids with LGS in first, please. They don't stand in line all that well. Anyway, and so you'll sign a video release, so make sure that you guys all do that. And if you want to, you guys can post hashtag LGS Conference 2026, I believe is our hashtag, and then hashtag Camp Small Steps. Post online, because I think, like I said, a lot of our families, and I have been one of these in the past when I couldn't make events, just feel a little less alone when they see these kinds of things happening for their loved ones. So tomorrow at breakfast is at 7 a.m., and I have made the executive decision that all future conferences, breakfast will not start at 7 a.m. Yes. What were we thinking? Where were we thinking? And this is all my fault, by the way, because I'm the one that said we were going to start at 7 a.m., so I'm only have myself to blame. But in the future, no 7 a.m. We'll start 8:30. We'll get the meetings going. And the workshops this year, I hope you guys appreciated those, because I think all previous conferences were like PowerPoint presentations all day. So we're really trying to mix it up and make it more fun. And then the speakers, they get 15 minutes. Because in 15 minutes, my kids stripping naked, ripping things off the wall, licking people, making noises, right? So get to the point, you have 15 minutes. And so we try to just keep it short and sweet and then send you to where you could get more information. Eileen Devine, who's been teaching our Managing Challenging Behavior workshops, will be there in the morning in Boca One for breakfast. If you want to have breakfast with her, get your breakfast, then you go over to Boca One, and she'll be happy to talk to you about any of the behaviors that your loved ones are dealing with. And then day 2 begins at 8 a.m. We end early. I think we end half day tomorrow. And if you have any questions about any of the sessions, go to the app, and you can also email us at info@LGS. All righty. And last but not least, I want to, before we go to camp, I want to announce some of our leaders in LGS awards. I saw that little head drop over there. So every year, every 2 years, when we have a family conference, we go into our community and we say, who is a leader in LGS that you admire and respect, and would you like to nominate them? And we get some of the most fun nominations and language. And then as these nominations comes in, there's a nominating committee, which is headed up by Kathy and other members of our team, and they try to pick 3 winners for that year. And my favorite part of this whole thing is that they don't know. So nobody knows who's winning this award today, and then we just hope, we hope that they're like shocked. So anyway, because LGS, like, it's a good surprise for a change instead of a bad surprise. So anyway, so we have 3 winners, and we would love for you to come up. We have our board chair, Fred Radel, up here. We'd like to give you guys an award for your amazing service to the community. And all of us on the team, on the board, on the staff, our volunteers agree that you guys have just gone above and beyond in your service. And we wish we could give 10 of these awards every year, because every year more and more volunteers are just really coming out to help. But these 3 really stood out, and I would like to introduce them to you today. So first and foremost is Jordan Bradley. Yep. We thought it was going to be a sweep for Jordan in the beginning because all the nominations coming in were for her, but come on up here. And then you started to get some competition. It was like, no, she's going to do a sweep, and then she didn't. So Jordan, come on up here, and I'm going to read this because I'm old and tired. Jordan is our family ambassador in Colorado, and the families that she serves there, and she ends up serving the entire community online. She is an absolute lifeline. She is Chloe's mom. Hi, Chloe. She is Chloe's mom, and she knows what it means to feel isolated on this journey. So she's made it her mission that no other family ever feels lonely and isolated that she did. She hosts walks, she hosts holiday parties, she hosts tie-dye events, she's on advisory council, she's part of Awareness Day, and year after year, with her beautiful open heart, she shares Chloe's story with honesty and joy, and she shows that families, that the impossible things are not. Now, if you do not follow Chloe on Instagram and Facebook and others, you need to. She has a way cooler life than I do, and she's mountain climbing, and she's at the beach, and she is just living her life. And she is in a chair, and she has her challenges, but mom and dad have really pushed her. And so I just think that with your leadership, it's very quiet sometimes, but it's very loud, even though you're not screaming at the top of your lungs. It's very consistent, and you have helped so many of our families to not feel so alone. So we are so thrilled that you got nominated, and we wholeheartedly agree for this wonderful award.
I appreciate you guys. Congratulations. Thank you.
Great award for you. I think one of these.
Yeah, I'm old. Congratulations.
Does anyone want to take a picture of us?
That's a heavy.
Anyone? Oh, over here. Okay, look over there
Okay.
and smile. Got it? All righty. Jordan, congratulations. Thank you. But Jordan, were you surprised, or did you know? Was the information leaked? Who's the mole? No, okay. All right. Okay. I love the look of shock. So Fred got one year, and the look of shock lasted for like a good 20 minutes or so, like through the whole award ceremony.
I'm still shocked.
He was, yeah, and he wears his emotions on his face. And now he's the board chair. Be careful. All right, so our second award goes to none other than Kurt Oberhausen. Kurt is an advocate who doesn't wait to be asked. He shows up for our community again and again and again. He and his beautiful wife, Cassie, live in New Hampshire, and everything that he does with her right by his side, he does out of the love for his beautiful daughter, Addison, who, if you don't follow her on Facebook and Instagram, what are you even doing, right? He raises his voice on Capitol Hill with us. So this community has a seat at the table. He's on our scientific advisory community, our rare advisory board, and helps us review scientific grants. He helps us to review things for our Learn from Every Patient database, and he's already been volunteered to review new surveys that are going to be coming out in our community. He walks into overwhelming rooms all the time, and he speaks anyway so passionately about his story and about Addison's story. If you ask anyone about Kurt, you hear the same words over and over again: compassion, advocacy, consistency. In a community that depends on people that keep showing up, Kurt always shows up. And I'll be like, hey, we need somebody to do X. And it's like, Kurt's going to do it. I'm like, Kurt's going to do it. Of course Kurt is going to do it. So thank you for showing up. Even when the spotlight fades, even when it's the dirty work, Kurt is there. Tomorrow morning, he is opening day 2 with Addison's story, so I hope you guys won't miss it. And we just want to thank you for all of your beautiful service to the foundation and to all our families, Kurt. We really appreciate it. All right.
Congratulations.
Who are we looking at? Okay. Look at the guy in green. Okay. We good? All right. Kurt, congratulations. Thank you. Kurt, were you surprised? Did you know about it, Kurt? Okay, I'm trying to find the mole. See, so we still don't have a mole. Yes! All right, I don't think this one's going to be a surprise, but we kept it a surprise for a long time. So last and not least, by overwhelming number of nominations for all 3 of you, but for this gentleman as well, Dr. Scott Perry. Here he comes. Scott is the physician that every single one of us hopes we can find. He's at Cook Children's in Fort Worth, Texas, and the families that he serves get his expertise and his whole heart. He is known for being able to explain complicated stuff in plain language. He is a simple man from Mississippi. He wants it in plain language, and he explains it in plain language. And in every decision, and he follows up with the families, he doesn't leave them hanging. For people in the scariest chapters of their lives and their diagnosis, he's really an anchor in the storm. And he's advancing LGS research. He serves on our Medical Science Advisory Council. He's joined our board of directors this year. He and his wife and their foundation made a beautiful donation, and he does all of this with warmth and humor and fun. And if you guys were at our meeting of the minds last year, he hosted a breakdown. What was it called again? The LGS Smackdown, where he had competing ideas like fighting for the Final Four and then the final one. So he brings a lot of fun to it. But I wish we could clone Scott. He has unlimited energy. He runs on caffeine, a sense of humor, sarcasm, and a lot of Coca-Cola. And we just are so lucky to have you in our world Connected at All. Scott, thank you so much for your service to our families. I think we're looking at this guy here. Nope, we got to come out and look at that guy. You can tell we're so good at this, right? Thank you. Thank you, Scott. So I think Scott was surprised until I asked him if he was going to stay in this session today. And he's like, okay, they got something planned. So it wasn't a dunk tank or a pie in the face, so not too bad. All right, that is day one, everybody. Thank you. We hope that you will rate things in the app. We hope that you guys had a really good day. We hope you learned. We hope you met families. We hope you will come to camp and meet other families and keep going. Tomorrow we'll start strong again. We finish early, and we end tomorrow with a panel of people who are going to be chosen from this room at random. See, we like to do this at random stuff. It's happy things. Who are going to talk about the conference and their experience with LGS and what they've learned. So we hope you join us for that. But on that, let's go to camp.